Twitch. I don't know if I did that yet or not. Fairly over in this team. We got Hockey. We got us as Caneric. We got us as Chicago. They put you in the corner after that last game. It was just like, all right, Chicago, way too good. You're back in the line now. Layson versus Bob. I don't even know how you found this Feral out of stealth. Did he just accidentally pop out of stealth or something? Because he did not get a proper stun there. Searing Glare on the wall though, so Bob cannot really go hyper aggressive. He has to play defensive. He can't really attack you. He got the wall to keep him alive. Incarnation was used. Do you just have like Incarnation with an Anya's trinket that's breaking out of stealth, Bob? I feel like maybe that's the case because Layson, unless he just like randomly just like saw the Feral out of stealth and immediately hit him, literally has like reaction time over F1 NASCAR, not NASCAR. Over F1 driver. Does Layson try to get himself an angle? As long as you keep the Feral out of stealth, and it's going to be easier being Dawnlight. Switching over from the hammer build into Dawnlight does give you more healing, does give you passive damage. And Bob getting locked out. Also, Herald is amazing for resources. Big burst on the Bob, can't respond, and down he goes with Layson, able to put in quite a bit of pressure. I like how they keep nerfing the Dawnlight Herald of the Sun builds for Paladin. They keep nerfing the dot, nerfing the passive damage, nerfing all of it. And probably not the worst because like it was doing a lot of damage just for free, just being alive. But yeah, it's just they keep nerfing it. Blizzard obviously wants him to play Hammer Paladin more than anything. They obviously want him to play Tempest, but like they keep playing and they keep coming back in and they keep absolutely rocking it, man. A Wake of Ashes onto Caneric does have reversals. Not going to be able to catch Layson. Has himself, I think, Head of Freedom on top of that too. Big burst by Caneric. Trinket, I think. No trinket. Just a blind out of Layson. Shield of Vengeance is getting blood up though. Roots to follow. They do break. Got himself a bit of damage onto Caneric, but needs to go for as much self-healing as possible. If Caneric pushes in with a Skull Bash, Layson could be under a lot of trouble. I don't know if you have a bubble available here or not. Got himself a little bit of the healing over time with Eternal Flame. Bubble does get used in order to try to see if he can stay on top of Caneric. He doesn't have a lot of health to really work with. Got himself a little bit of healing he can do for himself. But a Wake of Ashes, catching Caneric Cyclone just to get himself a reset. Trinket out of Layson. Is this an opportunity? They just have a go. Searing Glare so Caneric cannot respond. Can you stay on top of Caneric? Mounted up, ready to go. Continuing to hammer the pressure into the Feral Druid. Got himself another proc of Wings. Trying to see if he can maybe kite him out a little bit. Main for a moment. Layson, this could potentially be the end of you, my guy. That is a full set of bleeds. Got himself a wall for this one with a Hand of Freedom. If he can catch up to Caneric again, because he got Heart of the Wild, so he's going to be able to re-heal. As long as you can keep him out of stealth, I think you're going to be fine, because it looks like you're mostly okay. Getting random procs of Judgment behind the pillar, though, with the Divine Toll. Try to go for a Wake of Ashes onto Caneric. I don't think he was able to get the line of sight, as well as the Dawn Light and the link to him. But he's able to at least put up some pressure, get a Dawn Light on himself though, so he's got a lot of healing over time to keep him alive. Wall out for Caneric. Layson still has a lot of health to work with. Shield of Vengeance available. He's got the Feral in the back foot. Ursel should hopefully keep him in place. It does not. Hand of Freedom to make sure he doesn't get rooted into a main. Does not last long. He does have a human ritual coming up very, very soon. Layson is in a great spot right now. Feral Druid with a Bardic Skin. He needs to get himself the big Convoke combo. He needs to get away. He just needs to live. I don't know if this will be enough though. He just needs to survive long enough for him to go for Convoke. Will not be able to do anything with that. I think it's just over. Layson with the pressure. This man playing around that Searing Glare to such an offensive degree. Like, he's just constantly putting the pressure on the other guy. He's just like constantly attacking him, right? Forcing the Feral in the bear form so you can't do any bleeds, can't do any damage. Needs to play around stuns, but needs to build resources to get those stuns. But he can barely do that ever. So Mames cannot really go through, which is super, super tough. And Layson just like, once he lays into them with a full stun, then Searing Glare so you can continue the pressure. This man is basically picking up, it's almost like he doesn't have a lot of burst, so he's trying to create himself a bigger window to deal damage, and that Searing Glare really gives him those few precious seconds that he needs. Full Void throwing out a Hockey though. Herald of the Sun versus the Herald of the Void, basically. The two fighting each other. Layson does not have a lot of ways out of this one. Does not even have Spell Warden right now. Does go for Searing Glare versus Hockey. A bit of damage follows through with a stun. Hockey with a trinket. Trying to see if he can make sure to not get feared. Hockey does not have a fear for a bit though. Blinded to Hockey as he got himself full burst, and this is where Layson backs up out of there for a second. Lay on hands. He's got himself potential pressure here. but Hockey able to go for a couple of instant casts from a distance. Next Void Rift that he can activate could potentially be massive, especially if he can get some kind of CC. Does have a stun for Layson. Layson can't escape it. That's a lot of burst. If Hockey can just get some damage, Mindflay Insanity does a ton of burst into a full stun, into a dispersion by Hockey. Do you just like stick the pressure? Do you have the ways? He does have random proc of ways to keep him alive. This could be an opportunity to either get aggressive or self-heal. Silence, you have to play super safe. But he's trying to stay aggressive as best as he can. He's trying to play into that aggression of the Paladin as best as possible. He knows he needs to play around the dot pressure, the dot damage, but he's just under a ton of pressure with his health. And a little bit of mana left over. He can go for some heals. Wake of Ashes. Maybe he can do something right here. Try to see if he can put some pressure and stun. Does he have anything available? Judgments are up. Got himself a bit of resources, a little bit of survivability. Random procs and judgments for Hockey, but the rift collapses on the man behind the pillar. I really wish we could see the rift, but for some reason, the game thinks I'm on the team Hockey, so it removes the rift out of my out of my spell animations. I gotta find a way to change that. Is there like a way so I can see all the abilities? Like, is that a setting that I did maybe? Anybody know? It's a full stun on to Hockey though. Actually on the Nelf as well, right? Yeah, was stun traded. And Hockey is not in a great spot versus a Survival Hunter who's just going to keep you rooted, keep you CC'd. You don't have a disperse for a while, so you got to maintain yourself, and this is where the Hunter goes in for big burst. Fear onto the pet does not catch the Hunter, but he can put it under pressure, trying to see if he can land an interrupt on you in case he needs to. He got you trapped up yet again in the Tart Trap. Hockey looking for a bit of an escape, a bit of healing, a bit of damage, but the Void Rift was not available. Maybe if you had Void Rift together with the VE and everything up, maybe that would have worked out, but that's rough, man. Layson did lay into the team one, but the team one is now trying to see if they can bring it back little by little. With Fairland going to be up next with Nelf. And they still got 4 left over on the team too, so it's got everybody here. Did the guys actually put Chicago's last? I actually did put Chicago's last. I was just joking. But no, when I put Chicago in the corner, I was like, no. You went for a 1v5 last time. You get to go last this time. I'm not pretty sure Chicago just volunteered, but either way. Isaac picked up by Fairland. Playing the Arcane Mage this time around, so as long as you get yourself the big burst combo, you might be alright. I'm so just a wrong hunter, man. We have one too many hunters in the team, too. Confusing between Ferd and Nelf. This is gonna be Fairland actually taking it easy. Wait, is your thing just hitting through the wall? You're familiar? I think it was, wasn't it? I swear I saw some arcane hit through the wall. Big burst. Fairland, try to see if you can blink out of there. AJ, 76 months, man. My guy. Can we get a hashtag AJ in chat, boys? My man. God damn it. Wait, that's a long while, man. Never too many hunters. I do like watching the way hunters play though in PvP. Like the burst they bring. Like it just surprises you every single time. Right? Survival in particular is super bursty, and I kind of love it, man. I love it. Stun into Fairland, got himself full Lunar Storm, trying to go for a charge. He's kind of weaving in and out. Big flanking strike under Fairland, takes a lot of damage, goes interrupt into a kill shot, just bursting through that health very, very quickly. Hashtag AJ boys, man. Appreciate you, my guys. 76 months, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Manic bandages out for now. Dude, I'm mixing up my words now. Chicago. Giving him proper honor duel. 44% damp in Chicago. Can you live this? You gotta go through Hunter 1, Hunter 2, a sub-rogue, and a warrior. Technically, I feel like if you didn't have dampening, I think it's doable. I think it's possibly winnable even. But this high dampening is basically, you gotta send your defenses early. Your totem, shield totem, is gonna be less valuable now. And if Nell can kite you out and draw the game long enough, I honestly think he probably is gonna have a fantastic time. Just picking away at your health by little. Wall out for Chicago as Nell just going in for roots is going to knock Chicago back. So switching out some talents here a bit. With the freezing trap, and Chicago goes in for a trinket, trying to see if he can just stay in on him. Into a binding shot. Knows that he can't really leave the binding shot, otherwise gets stunned up. Got himself lightning bolts, trying to see if he can get himself some procs. Maybe he can just attack the pet for a little bit to generate some maelstrom. Looking for a bit of healing, but being surrounded with tar traps and CC and roots everywhere while standing in a lunar storm Not gonna help you whatsoever. Root around the corner. Nev does peel the pad back for a second. That is a shield for Chicago. He won't have a wall for a minute, but you got to find a way to end this duel right here, right now. Harpooning him to try to keep him in the storm, but I think he just left the Lunar Storm at the last second. Nev got himself plenty of range. Look at that distance. Is going to be a leap out of Chicago to close the gap. Tempest 1. You just have more procs. Turtle shot right after. You just need to get yourself a little bit more resources, but a freezing trap could stop you. A kill shot could end you right now. Nev just needs a big proc, and I think it could be the end of you. Chicago does go for the heal. Stun onto Nev. Do you have the Maelstrom? Lasso. Trinkets out of it. No trinket for Chicago. I think it's over. If Nev gets himself a big proc, Harpoon does get himself a silence into Chicago, it's over. Oh, that silence was so perfect at the end. Just giving Chicago no chance to win. No win condition whatsoever. And Nev picking up 3. Well done. Between the Pally and Survival Hunter, man, it's a lot of damage to deal with. That was incredible. That was so good. That was really good. He played his cards correctly. He really maximized or tried to maximize that Lunar Storm on Chicago as much as possible because just a little chipping away damage.